lot that hit me when I got on social media this morning. And I follow this brother, Dane Weeks. He's into politics. He's a black man. He's super intelligent. My Virgo king. And he put up a status about how a lot of black people overcompensate their blackness because they really don't do anything for black people. And there's a lot of truth to that. Oddly enough, I was having this conversation with Megan, Hood Astro Queen. Shout out to her if you're someone that's into astrology and birth chart readings and synastry readings. She does celebrity birth chart readings and synastry readings. And she also is a professional astrologer that reads for, everyday civilians as well. And she was upset about that because she said, y'all want to run the 2 point whatever miles that he ran and y'all want to march and do this. Like, aren't y'all sick of that? And I'm not one to really judge people's methods of protest, people's methods of healing, people's methods of seeking justice. I'm not one to judge. People got to do what works best for them. But what I did agree with her with, she made a statement that said black people's relationships with the violence that happens in the black community, and I'm paraphrasing, so forgive me, Megan, if I'm messing up your status, is like a battered woman. You get beat up and you run out into the street and you call for help and you ask people to call the authorities and they come. But then right after all of that's done, you go right back in the house and lay next to that man that just beat on you. And it's very similar to black people. The name trends, we make t-shirts, we hashtag, we do all of that. But then this continues to happen. And I don't appreciate, waking up and going on my timeline after, having my little sanctuary, meditation, prayer, and all of that, and seeing people repost. But, they could post what they want on their page. I just muted them. I didn't block or unfollow them, but I'm like, I'm just going to mute you for now because I don't really want this up and down my feed. But it does irritate me a little bit because coming back to what Dane Weeks said, and I should definitely follow him on Facebook if you're into politics. Like, he is super duper smart. I'm not someone that's invested emotionally into politics, so I don't care who you support or whatever the case may be. If you're intelligent and you could present the sides and the views, I'll just listen just to be like, okay, I agree or I disagree, because I feel like in order to disagree or agree with someone, you first have to comprehend. You first have to understand. So I appreciate people that are genuinely into politics that are able to get me to understand even if I disagree with their point of view. Officer Tatum is a perfect example of that. He's a black man. He's a conservative. He supports Donald Trump, but I watch his videos because even though I disagree with his political stance, he still is able to break down policy and certain things where I'm like, okay, now I understand what it means, but I still disagree with you, but I understand. That's just how I am. But he put that status up about black people overcompensating, and it's true. Me personally, I have melanated crowns. This is a business that I'm growing. And this business one day will be well known for the work. Like, I already do the work. Most of my clients are black women. And most of my clients who are black women have been oppressed, have been suppressed, had their emotions suppressed, had their dreams suppressed, had their voice suppressed, been in abusive relationship, dealt with sexual abuse and all types of things. And I don't wear all the hats. So I always suggest if you're someone that's looking to spiritually advise under me, please have a therapist or a psychiatrist, because anybody who worked with me knows that the first thing I say is, have you seen a counselor? Do you have a social worker? Do you have this? Because I cannot wear all of those hats. Yes, I will be attending NYU Silver School of Social Work. And I will be doing that. And there's another degree that I'm trying to get, but I ain't going to speak on it right now. I'm going to wait until I get my acceptance letter. But I'm really committed to helping black women that don't have a voice, or shall I say, not so much that they don't have a voice. I'm committed to helping black women find and activate their voice, because we all have a voice. Unfortunately, we engage, and I say we because I've been there with people who will suppress it and, lead us to believe that we don't have a voice, and we walk around with this disillusion of like, I don't have a voice. I can't do this, I can't do that because I'm a Black woman, and I just don't believe in that. I approach things from a spiritual point of view. Like I said, it's about observing, but not absorbing. You could observe what's going on. You could observe the disparities and the disadvantages and the inequalities, but you don't have to absorb it and download it into your subconscious mind and, have it manifest in a physical way in your life. And that is what Melanated Crowns is about. I need Black people to really ask themselves, what is it? How can I contribute to the Black community in an effective way? Okay? And this is what I was saying to my homegirl Megan last night. Everybody's purpose here is different. And this is something that I'm learning. This is not something I've learned. This is something I'm still learning. And I'm really slowly but surely learning that everybody's not going to do things the same way. And just because they're not doing things the same way doesn't make their way wrong. You need people of the Malcolm X mentality that's going to shake the room. You need people of the Martin Luther King Jr. mentality who's going to go in the room and shake hands with the enemies. You need the Angela Davis that's going to show up to court with an afro and I don't give a fuck. I ain't pressing my hair because y'all about to send me to jail. And you need people such as like a Rosa Parks who, is very subtle and whatever the case may be. And okay, I'm going to sit here and go to jail and whatnot. And then you need people like Harriet Tubman. Like, everybody has a place. Everybody has a place. I don't believe in the right, wrong, win, lose. Everybody has a place. And I feel like with the Black community, we have become very accustomed to performative action as opposed to actually taking action. And I see people that I know personally reposting the clips, and I see people that I know personally that support and just, idolize certain Black figures in our community. And technically, if you want to be clear, they're skin folk, but that doesn't make them kinfolk. And I'm just like, I have to stop myself because I feel like, okay, you idolize P. Diddy or you idolize Jay-Z or you idolize Oprah. But if you really aren't in tune with, the support of Black people and the elevation of Black people, how can you idolize these people where these are people that really don't care about us? But coming back to what I just said a few minutes ago, I am learning that just because someone has a different opinion or a different agenda or a different perspective from me, I should not X them out. And I am someone where it's like, okay, well, you associated with this person and you associated with that person and you do this and you do that, you probably think just like them. And there is some truth to that. Multiple truths can coexist. But at the same time, I'm really trying to reprogram my subconscious mind. And, this could be that Scorpio energy, a transformation of the psyche. This could be the fact that the nodes are now Sagittarius South Node, Gemini North Node. And for those of you that know me, I know my Sagittarius stellium is crazy. It is stupid bananas. This is all on par because for the next year and a half, and I've already been feeling this energy, my ways of thinking and being and what I believe in, my belief systems, are going to be transforming in ways that I can't even predict or imagine. All I could do is be present now and just live it. But I want, like I said, I hope this video wasn't all over the place. This was kind of like a venting video, but I still wanted to just, come and, kick shit with y'all. I need Black people to ask themselves, what are you doing for the Black community? How is your presence in the Black community? Like, how do you show up? What are you offering? Because it's really, I'm just going to be honest. And I'm not trying to discourage y'all from doing this, but this is just my opinion. At a point, it's really just not enough to repost a video anymore. Because the way I see that, you're disrupting my ashe. You reposting a video of a man being murdered and gunned down, that's traumatizing. I'm not watching the video. I'm just not. And and this is where the divide comes in, because you'll have certain people that feel like, well, if you don't watch it or you don't share it, you're a part of the problem. And then, like, the back and forth come in. I don't really engage in that. But I just don't believe in resharing videos like that. And watching videos and getting myself worked up, especially, and I think this is the problem. Black people like to get themselves worked up, but then you don't do anything. So what is the point? What is the point of constantly getting worked up if you are not going to use your God-given voice and your God-given purpose to help people? I've known for quite some time that I have the gift of gab. Okay, I knew it. I have a voice that carries. Growing up, I was teased about it. I finally stepped into it and embraced it. I want to say junior, sophomore year of high school. I went to school and got my bachelor's in television and radio broadcast. I've had podcasts. I have this YouTube channel. I use my voice to do entertainment commentary. I've used my voice to curse people out. I've used my voice to cut people down. I've used my voice to lift people up. It's a journey, because sometimes we are given a talent and we have to go through different avenues to actually find how we're supposed to use this talent. How does this talent coincide with our life purpose and our karmic purpose in this lifetime? So I went through all of those avenues, and now I found, okay, my gift of gab, in addition to my passion for justice and, equality and objectivity, and just my passion for improving the quality of people's lives. Okay, this is how I'm supposed to merge it. I'm going to go to school and get a social work degree. And I'm going to learn about policy. And outside of having my spiritual knowledge and my spiritual tools, I'm going to have educational tools so that I could be better equipped to serve my community. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So you could be someone that wants to be a designer. You sick with your hands. Okay, you could sew up anything and it's fly. And you see that video of that man and you're like, oh my God, this gets me so upset. I'm pissed off. I'm this, I'm that. Make some shirts. Make some shirts and sell them, and then take the proceeds and say to his family, here, I know like the legal fees is going to be out the ass, but here you go. Or if there's an organization that resonates with you that is for unarmed Black people being wrongfully killed and convicted, donate. That's a way to help Black people. If you're someone that has hundreds and thousands of followers, stop just reposting the video. Use that and be a voice. Speak out. Say, I want to have a virtual candlelight vigil tonight. Because lighting candles for someone elevates them and helps them on their path in the spiritual realm. This is why when Nipsey Hussle was murdered, according to Hu Gonzo from Black Spectrum Network, like when he did his follow-up reading on Nipsey Hussle, he was like, Nipsey is a demigod. And that's because of, not only because of us, but the work he was doing in so many different communities in his community. And then when he passed away, all of the candles that we lit, playing his music, that elevates the spirit when they cross over, and it helps them to continue their work, because we may be done in the physical realm, but there's so many other dimensions and realms where we're supposed to still carry out our purpose. It doesn't stop here. So use your voice. If you're someone that likes to dance and you have a dance studio, Have 1 day a week or 2 days a week where you go to impoverished communities and you get a group of, I don't know, 10 to 15 kids that may be, at risk for going to jail or dropping out of school. You know what I mean? Ask like the leaders, like, okay, who's on probation right now? That's between the ages of 12 and 17. Well, I want to have this free dance class for them. Or if you're someone that likes to sing and you like to rap, write an empowering song and then take the proceeds and donate it to a school in your old community. There's so many ways that we can use our God-given talents to pour back into the community that made us, which is Black people. So think outside the box. You ain't gotta, I'm not saying you gotta run out there and risk your life. I'm not saying that you gotta run out there and protest and march. If that's something you feel moved to do, then go ahead. But there's just so many different ways with the God-given talents and passions that we enjoy that we can be pouring back into our community. So many different ways. There is no right or wrong way to honor and uplift your community. You got to do what feels best to you and what spirit is guiding you to do. So I don't want to make this video long, but I hope that this touches and agrees with who it needs to touch and agree with. Use your God-given talents. Give back to the community. Ask yourself, what am I doing to help the Black community? What am I doing? Because I feel like a lot of us as people in general, we're on automatic. And the automatic thing to do when we see an injustice is to hashtag, tweet, Facebook, Instagram, and whatever the case may be. But what can we do with the things that we like to do in our day-to-day lives? What can you do? And more importantly, ask yourself, what should I be doing? What is my karmic purpose? Y'all have a lovely day. Hit the thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you think. If any of this resonated with you, we touched on a bunch of topics. Feel free to comment. I love when y'all get in the comments and just speak your piece. Make sure you're respectful at all times. We can agree. We could disagree, agree to disagree, but let's just be respectful so we could keep our community tight.